Welcome back to
Shout out to my boy Joe Missoula.
shout out Joe Mazzulla, I guess. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome back to another video. If you are
Don't forget to
listening
tag
on
Joe Missoula.
if you're listening on Spotify, welcome into another episode of the Ballot Podcast. As well as on YouTube, it is another episode of the Ballot Podcast.
Wait, LaMelo Ball is part of this podcast?
That's Harry. He's here, and Ben's here,
This hurt my feelings.
and we're gonna be giving our All-Star ballots for the 2024 NBA All-Star Game. We have
we are.
our starters. We have our bench, our reserves, our five starters.
Well,
our
Ben doesn't. He was prepared.
Ben doesn't have his reserves. He's just going to give us his starters. Harry and I have our starters. We have our reserves. To get into my starters, I'll give my first starter.
Take a deep
I'm gonna start with the guards. I have from the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton.
You forgot the daddy part before the Halliburton.
No, I didn't forget anything, Harry.
Oh, okay, my fault.
No, we're good. Everything's good. He's currently injured at the time we're recording this.
Something's hurt him. Let's go, baby.
No, I wouldn't be excited about that. But Tyrese Halliburton
Why
has
would you be? Let's go.
he's been amazing this year. This is the best year of his career for sure. About 23.6 points per game, 12.5 assists, 4 rebounds, shooting almost 50% from the field, 40 from three. I mean, I don't know what more I can ask for in my rising star franchise player that could be the best player on a championship team, I feel, if he has the right pieces around him. Tyrese Halliburton is an all-star for me. He's an all-star starter for me. Harry, who do you have in one of your guard spots?
Oh, wow, you go for Harry first.
Who do you have in
So,
your guard
I
spots?
have Derek White. Because if you look at his hairline, it's better than Tyrese Halliburton's.
What a great...
And I just gotta say, shout out to Derek White's barber, bro. His barber got him right, looking bald. Not really, but he should be an all-star. Borderline all-star.
Not for real. Not for real.
Well, if he's a borderline all-star, then how is he a starter? Never mind, it's okay.
No, I'm saying he's either a borderline all-star or he's a starter.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So he's either on the...
That would make him a bench player. Not
He's either on the... Can you listen? He's either on the bench or he's a starter.
Okay.
He doesn't how an all-star works.
So you're on the Derek White.
Well, I'm saying he's in the All-Star game no matter what.
You're saying he's in. Oh, okay.
No, wait, in the beginning you said...
Yeah, you had me at first. No,
That
so
was the beginning, buddy.
Derek
Sounds
White,
okay.
you're on the Derek White All-Star train. I love it. I love that you think he should be an All-Star. I love it.
I know his hairline's bald, too.
Ben, who's one of your guards? You got
DeRozan?
you have DeMar.
Yeah.
Balling like a DeRozan.
He
Well,
could.
but I have Halliburton.
Well, you're supposed to say one, but
What?
you know what? That's good. We're gonna go in reverse order now. So you know what? You have DeMar and Tyrese. DeMar, I don't have as a starter, but I think he could be an all-star.
Good, he's clutch when he shoots the threes.
And now, so Harry, we're gonna go back to you. Who's your other guard?
Should I go West or start with
No, keep
East still?
the
I don't know
East.
why Harry laughed at me picking DeMar.
Keep-
Like, what?
Keep going East,
I
Harry.
got Tyrese Halliburton as my other point guard.
Okay, and you
Guard.
have similar reasons to me probably.
Yeah, he's a great player. Started off season amazing.
Hey, and if you guys go back to the podcast episode from the 2021 All-Star ballot, Harry, I
remember that
believe,
year.
I believe had Tyrese Halliburton as an All-Star, so that trend continues this year. Where I'd say he deserves it a little more now, but
No. I just liked him back then, so.
yeah, but now you have him on. So my second guard that I have is from the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell,
Nice.
I don't know if I want to say it's been his best year career year, I should say.
Not team-wise.
Team wise, I expected way more, but they have caught the injury bug pretty bad. But Donovan Mitchell, really efficient. just about 28 a game, 5.7
That's an NBA
assists,
player for you.
5.5 rebounds, but I mean 45 from the field, 30 basically 35 from 3, but I mean the steals, 1.9 steals per game. I could be wrong, but I think that is a career best. So
I'll check it out after the
he
game.
stepped it up on defense. I think the biggest thing for him is playoff success and how he's going to perform in the playoffs.
I agree.
I don't think he was that bad in the playoffs last year. I think that was one of the better playoffs he had. Yet that historically he has never been great in the playoffs, I would say, except his rookie year it was fine. But I mean, I don't think that he's played like he did in the regular season in the playoffs. Played up to as good as he can be. But I do have Donovan Mitchell in there. So I'm going to give you guys one of my forwards as well from the Celtics, Jason Tatum. I think he is definitely an all-star player, and I think he's definitely a starter. He is averaging about 27 a game, 4.4 assists, 8.3 rebounds, efficient, that's about 48% from the field, 37 from 3, which to me is kind of what I like to see. I like that more than when he's around 33, 34, even 35% from 3. I like him at 37. I'd love to see him become a 38, 39% field 3-point shooter. 40% is my dream, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's averaging a steal a game too. He's efficient. Playoff consistency, need to see it from him in back-to-back playoff games. I need to see him perform at this same level. I need to see him be efficient as well. Need to see him not turn the ball over. Let's go back to Harry. Who do you have as one of your forwards?
So, first of all, it's HB Sizzle.
Okay.
And one of my forwards is Jimmy Butler.
Okay, you have Jimmy Butler in there.
Mm-hmm.
He is definitely an all-star player.
But if the All-Star was in the playoffs, he'd be the captain for the All-Star team.
Probably, yeah. If there was a playoff all-star draft, he should be the captain. I can understand that. I can respect that. And Ben, who do you have for one of your?
You know what you can respect? This pick, Sam Hauser.
Sam Hauser. Wow.
He's a troll.
Sam Hauser.
No, he's 100% from 3 all the time.
You wanna like
Fun to watch him.
Sam Hauser.
You've
got Sam Hauser in there.
Against the
See,
Bucks.
it's an all-star game. It's who you want to see go crazy.
Yeah, that's
I just want to say,
I want to see Hauser just knock every 3 down over freaking.
I'm gonna say, to me, Sam Hauser is no way an all-star, but
he should be in the 3-point contest.
seeing him chuck up threes like Curry has in all-star games would just be really entertaining.
I'm God.
I think Hauser could make a case for the 3-point contest. Maybe. That's a big maybe, but I would love. I just want to see it.
Silva asking to get in.
I would love to see that.
I think you can do that.
And Ben, give us another one of your forwards.
Oh, I got Tatum.
You have Tatum. Okay.
What was that?
You have Tatum. That's good.
Yeah,
It's a
I have
good pick.
Tatum.
Okay, that's a good pick.
That's very biased, but
No, he's an all-star starter to me too. I said it. You have probably
he
the
scored
same
50
reason.
points in the last one. So. What are you doing?
Harry, can you give us another forward?
So my other forward is also Tatum.
Okay, so everyone's got Tatum in here. I like it.
Yeah, he's a great player.
You know what I think about Harry? I think he's drunk on water.
Can we pay attention to this podcast?
I think he's drunk on water.
So I'm gonna just continue.
So this is intermission right now, so we'll be back in a few.
I've got Giannis, 31.2 points per game, about 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 11.5 rebounds. I think I might have been
Hey, you can only vote for Giannis if you can spell his first and last name.
61% from the field, about 24, close to 24 from 3, but I mean 1.3 steals per game, 1.2 blocks. Guys, by the way, I just realized I might have been reading off the rebounds and the assists incorrectly. I might have been switching.
No way.
Might have been.
No.
might have been doing that by accident.
Bolton's ruined.
Not sure.
No, we have to restart.
No, we're gonna just keep it going. Not sure why they're labeled like that, but I'll give you guys an update if I was doing that. I think I've been saying it right. Had to backtrack there, but we're gonna be going to Joel Embiid as my last player in the front court. It's insane. About 35 almost points per game, 34.6 to be exact. Yeah. 6 assists exactly, 11.8 boards. 36 from 3, very good for Joel Embiid, but 53.5% from the field. 2 blocks per game is scary, and 1.2 steals per game. So I don't know if it's their year to win the championship. I don't think it is. I'm not buying into the Sixers right now because in the regular season, sure, they're competitive, they're good, but I don't know about in the playoffs. But as a Celtics fan, this is a team I do not want to see in the playoffs. Philadelphia, I think, is tired of losing to Boston, and this is a team
God,
I would rather just have them get taken out early. I do not want the Celtics to play this team in the playoffs. I do fear this matchup for the Celtics.
I can take them out
a little bit.
Wink.
So those are my starters: Halliburton, Mitchell, Tatum, Giannis, and Embiid. You guys want to finish yours, Harry?
Yeah, I'll finish.
No, I'll finish mine.
No, I'll finish first.
No, I'll finish.
So, my center, gotta be Tingus.
Nobody cares.
Tingus.
Porzingis. Okay.
No, Tingus. Get it right.
So yeah, Tingus. Okay.
Tingus, Porzingis.
Yeah, God.
And Ben, who do you have?
Nikola Vucevic.
Why did I think you were gonna put him in there?
Because he's a Bulls fan.
Biased Bulls fan.
Very much so.
All-star caliber player, definitely, but I don't think this year.
The main reason, not because I'm biased, the main reason I picked it, because look at the profile picture on Nikola Vucevic. It looks like he's like hi, and like he's just saying cheese. Like he's in the middle of saying cheese when he's taking a photo.
So I'm gonna get started with my bench.
Word.
All right.
I
Yeah.
love how silent it was after I said that.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, thank
He's
you.
going
Thank you.
crazy. He's going crazy.
We got Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, okay. Save me there.
First time All-Star. It's gonna happen this year. 26 points per game, 6.6 assists, 3.7 rebounds, 45 from the field, and 37.6 from 3.
Side commentary.
Yeah, he can't stop making them. And to add to Maxey's great year, he's averaging a steal a game and 0.6 blocks. I mean,
Good for him. They won't do anything in the playoffs.
maybe they won't, but he will.
He sucks.
He doesn't. He's
I'm
really
not
good.
listening to any of the things that you say, like predictions.
That's Tyrese Maxey. All right, Harry, give us one of your reserves.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Trey Young.
I like it. Trae Young.
Got a great haircut going, too.
Is Harry basing his All-Star picks off haircuts? Like,
No, I'm not. It's a side comment there.
it's a side comment. Okay, I can understand that. Ben, who do you have? Oh no, you're skipping.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, you're skipping.
I'll say one.
You just.
I'll say I got.
No, you won't.
I got KD.
He's in the West, but.
Wait. Oh, you're saying East.
Yeah.
Yes, do you
I'll
listen?
take Brunson. I'll take Brunson.
Okay, that's cool. And then if I don't want to, I won't come back to you on the spot. I don't want to make you go it. But no, Harry. He means Rick Brunson, Jalen's father.
Legit.
But we're good. So we're gonna continue. Bam Adebayo is my next player. I think he's definitely an all-star, and I think he could
Dude,
be.
what are you laughing at?
He could be the defensive player of the year. 22 points per, 4.1 assists, 10.4 rebounds, 51 from the field. Not shooting great from 3, just about 14%, but I mean he's not known to be a 3-point shooter at all. I feel like he doesn't attempt a lot. 1.1 steals per game and a block per game. Yeah, that's an all-star to me. To me, that is.
I want to see what Ari
I
has
I
for votes.
I think that steals and blocks with Giannis and Bam. I mean, it's going to come down to this for the Defensive Player of the Year race. I think it's one of those two players, and maybe Rudy Gobert is a third. Maybe Jaren Jackson could be in there. I don't know if I don't think he should win it this year, but that's what I think.
I agree.
Harry, give us a pick.
So as my for the East, my center, Joel Embiid on the bench.
On the bench for Porzingis. Okay, all right, that's interesting. But you've got Joel Embiid.
No, it's over Tatum.
Okay.
So Tatum's over Joel.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you got Joel Embiid in there. That's good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be a starter, but at least you got him in.
Okay, well, are you me?
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair. We're gonna go to Jaylen Brown next. 20.
Why? Why
Should we go to
put
Derek
Jaylen
White
Brown
after?
in the All-Star game?
Listen. 23 points per game, 3.5 assists, 5.2 rebounds per
He
game.
does not deserve to be in any All-Star
Usually,
game.
I'd read the quick disclaimer. I'd read the rebounds first. I'm just reading it off the stat sheet that I'm looking at. 49% from the field, 35.8 from three, 1 steal, 0.6 blocks. Jaylen Brown is he's very good. I need to see him in the playoffs. I gotta see why he's worth this money.
Thanks.
I need to see if he can live up to this contract in the postseason, and ultimately, to me, that would be him contributing in a big way to winning a championship. Or if the Celtics do not win the championship, then I would like to think that Jaylen Brown is not part of the problem. But I think that conversation will always come up if he is part of the problem, no matter what. So, Harry, who do you got?
As a guard?
Any reserve?
Okay, as a reserve for the East, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, that's good pick. I've got him as a starter. You got him as a reserve. There you go.
He's in there, like he's a lock for the All-Star, but it's it's either like with Derek White.
Right. That's fair. I'm gonna go to my next one here.
Wait, what? You're not gonna ask me?
You said you didn't have reserves.
I can just say some.
Well, then you're not. Just say one then. Who you think?
Alfred Sengun.
He is in the West.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to just skip you for the reserves part? Then I can. I don't mind.
Franz Wagner.
Okay, you just said. All right. I have Dame. I have Dame Lillard.
Laugh harder, Harry. Laugh harder.
I have Damian Lillard. I mean, listen, amazing stats. 25 a game, 6.8 assists, 4.3 rebounds. Dame, this doesn't seem very Dame to me that he's only shooting 43% from the field.
Low-key, he's kind of bad on the Bucks.
That
final's gonna be good with him on the Bucks.
Dude, he crushed the Celtics.
And I'll say one thing. I think
worse than he did with Trailblazers.
I think Drew Holiday is a better player for the Celtics team than Damian Lillard because the Celtics need someone who's going to make winning plays, crunch time, end of the game. I think Holiday is better than Marcus Smart, and
That's a hot take.
I just think that he's a better player for the Celtics. I think he's going to make winning plays. He might not make game-winning shots like Lillard does in the clutch, but I think that Holiday makes game-winning plays because the Celtics have guys who can make game-winning shots. By the way, Tatum and Brown should definitely take over when those final seconds hit because it seems like we're always in overtime, but they have guys of that caliber. So that's what I think. Lillard also shooting 35 from 3 and a steal per game. Harry, who do you got?
I got my man, Giannis.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have Giannis as a starter.
Nope, I have him as a reserve.
Okay, I see.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome, Josh.
Yeah, thanks for
Back to the show.
thanks for being here.
Shout out Drew Timmy. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was awkward. Man, I didn't think you would leave.
I have Julius Randle,
I also have
24.4.
Julius Randle.
Do you really?
Yep.
Okay, 24 points per, 4.8 assists, 9.2 rebounds, 47% from the field, 29 from 3. Not great from 3, but
Should I just say my one after Julius Randle now?
yeah, and I think Julius Randle should be in the All-Star game. That could be a bit of a controversial one, but I think he should be in there. Who do you got?
Paulo Banchero.
I love that pick. And as much and as bad,
It was close. I wanted to put him on the starters, but I was like,
I want him in that All-Star game so bad, but I just have to give the edge to a guy like Randall this year.
yeah.
I have Jalen Brunson as my last player with 25.8 points per game, 6.4 assists, 3.8 boards, 46.9% from the field, 42 from 3. So I have Jalen Brunson in there. The two players on my list, as if anyone gets hurt or honorable mentions, are going to be Trae Young and Paolo Banchero. Paolo is definitely a future All-Star, regardless of what happens this year, 100%. Trae Young, the field goal percentage kept it down for me a little bit, and I'm a huge Trae Young fan, but this year I didn't have him over some of the guys that I
He's
had
not
said.
playing like he usually does.
I think he's fine, but it's just I should have maybe put him in there. I don't have him over any of the players that I said, but I think I'm going to give the nod to these guys this year. We can get into the Western Conference coming up.
Oh, wait, one more. Siakam.
Oh,
That's my last one.
you had one more. Okay. Pascal Siakam in the All-Star game. I don't hate it at
He
all.
needs to be on a different team.
I think, yeah, both
Like
sides
the Mavericks or something like that.
both sides
I like him
got
on
a
the
part.
Mavericks with Luka.
Both sides got to part ways there. They gotta. I think they should try and get Jarris Walker from the Pacers, but he's
So you're saying
barely playing.
Siakam would go to the Pacers.
Yeah, I would like him there.
I like him on the Mavericks more, honestly.
I like him on both. If I had
Him
to
and
pick,
Luka.
I would maybe give the
They would
edge to the
trade
Pacers,
Kyrie,
but
probably.
I don't think they trade Kyrie to the Raptors. It would be Luka.
Maybe a 3-team trade.
No, it would be Luka. They're not going to trade Kyrie in that deal. Luka, Kyrie, Siakam, and they'll probably keep Derek Lively. But
Yeah.
so
they'll probably keep.
those are our Eastern Conference picks. We're going to get into the Western Conference picks coming up. We are back here. Going to start with my first Western Conference pick. I have starting All-Star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wait, you mean bench? Because this is reserves, right?
This is not starters. We're in the
this is
starters.
oh.
I have
thought
Shai.
you did the other-
Shai, I think. Oh, you thought we were going to reserves first.
Yep.
No, I have Shai as a starter. 31.4 a game, 6.3 assists. You have him too.
He's
5
my first point guard.
5.9 rebounds, 55 from the field, 35 from 3, 2.3 steals per game, 0.8 blocks. I'm going to just come out here and say it right now. I think he's the MVP of the league this year.
Could be.
I do. For where that team is right now, for what he's doing, he's improving every year. And maybe they're going to get home court advantage in the playoffs. Still a lot of regular season left, but I do have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in there as a starter.
I'll just say my next one, like my next guard.
Yeah.
Since I already have Shai.
Yeah.
I have Luka.
That's exactly who I have too.
Ooh.
I have Luka as well. I have Luka Doncic, who's putting up absolutely ridiculous numbers. He could be listed as a forward. I have him as a guard. 33.6 a game, 9 assists, 8.1 rebounds. I mean, that's close to a triple-double. 48.5 from the field, 38 from 3, and 0.4 steals a game, 0.6 blocks. Luka Doncic is having a historic year, but I mean, every year is historic for him. And I think he's got to cement his legacy with a championship. But I think an MVP could be in his near future as well.
Honestly, I think even if he didn't get a championship, he could still be like the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame.
The MVP or the championship would help him a lot more for his case.
100%. No, I agree with that.
I have Kawhi as my forward.
You have Kawhi as your forward. I have Kevin Durant. I am not a Kevin Durant fan. I am a Kevin Durant hater. But I cannot deny.
Listen,
I can't deny what he's doing at age 35. 29.3 points per game, 5.8 assists, 6.4 rebounds, 52.6 from the field, 47 from three. Can't deny this season. He's going off. 0.9 steals and 1.1 blocks. He's having an incredible year. And Kevin Durant, I think, should be a starter there. The Suns are probably going to get hot now with this big three of Booker, Durant, and Beal can stay healthy. That's who I've got in there. You want to give another one?
Beal that just needs to stay healthy.
Definitely Beal. I think Durant could,
Durant and Booker don't get hurt that much as Beal does.
I think Beal's kind of becoming injury prone, but Durant, has had major injuries where he's missed like a month at a time.
Achilles.
They need a month at a time. He like in the past few years, he's got to stay healthy this year. Because I think seeding is very important for that Phoenix Suns team. But maybe not. Maybe if they're all healthy in the playoffs, they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Their matchups are important.
Wembanyama
As an all-star starter.
Yep.
Okay. I like the boldness there for Wemby.
He's just insane.
He's an alien.
Like, I knew he was going to be amazing during his rookie year at that height. But, like, his free-throw percentage is even good, too.
Yeah. No, I feel that. He's great. I have LeBron, who's 39 and averaging 24.7 a game, 7.6 assists, 7.2 rebounds, 52% from the field, about 39 from three, 1.4 steals, 0.6 blocks. I've never heard of a 39-year-old doing this. That team, though, I'm not sure if they could be in trouble. They might need to make a few trades if they want to salvage this season. And they gotta make use of what they have with LeBron now and win a championship soon, because they gotta use LeBron while he's at his still playing amazing at this age, because he's only getting older. But I do think that he's gonna keep this up, because I can't see LeBron having a year that's not like a bad year, like per se, or not a LeBron typical year, because LeBron is having an incredible season, and I think that's going to continue until he retires, because I think he is that good. Who do you got next?
Jokic.
That's exactly who I have. Yeah, you can't leave Jokic off there.
Our list is kind of similar.
The starters, yeah, a little bit similar. I forgot to say this for my East list, by the way. Derek White, I want to have him on there so bad, but I just don't think I can do it over the guys who I have on that list. I don't think I can.
I feel like I was being biased having him over.
But I'd love to have him, and if I can see why he would be an all-star player. I can, 100%.
Maybe.
I can see why he would be an all-star. But Jokic, and I love Derek White as a Celtics fan. Absolutely love Derek White. I think he is amazing. I think they would be not nearly as good without Derek White on this team, because he makes big plays, he makes big shots, and he is just a huge spark plug for this team to have. Defensively, too, amazing. We have Jokic, 25.5 a game, 9.3 assists, 11.7 rebounds, almost a triple-double, 57.5 from the field, 35 from three, 0.2 steals, or 1.2 steals, and 0.9 blocks. There's not much else to say besides I think that he's the best player in the world, and I think the Nuggets are definitely in contention to go back-to-back if they can stay healthy. What do you think?
Yeah, they could. Celtics, I forgot their number.
I don't know. I like their team.
It's, Clippers, Celtics in the finals.
Clippers, Celtics. I could see Nuggets.
If they both stay healthy.
I don't know who I would pick from the East. I really don't know if I can pick the Celtics yet. I don't know. I want to pick them, but I don't know.
I mean, that Bucks blowout win was because of the low management.
Well, because I think we played a lot of guys on, we should have, maybe if that was the case, if we were going to lose by that much, should have just rested some guys.
Once we were up by like 20, he should have taken out the starters.
Yeah, or at that point, just rest your guys after a huge game against Minnesota.
But I guess it was too late.
And speaking of Minnesota, my first reserve is Anthony Edwards from the number one team in the West. As I'm recording this, those Timberwolves are playing amazing. Anthony Edwards here, who's having a great season, he is averaging 25.8 a game, 4.9 assists, 5.3 boards, 46% from the field, and 38 from 3, 1.3 steals, zero point 0.6 blocks. Franchise player. I think he could be the best player on a championship team. He's only getting better, and I think they made the right pick at number 1 with Anthony Edwards. Now, if you ask me who's better between Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton, I will probably, my unpopular opinion might be Tyrese Halliburton is slightly better, but I think the Timberwolves did make the right pick, and Anthony Edwards, if that kind of makes sense. Who do you have?
What is it on?
Reserve. Yeah. Who you got?
KD.
KD is a reserve, so you still got him in there. The West reserves were honestly even harder than the East for me, I feel like.
Which I feel like it always is, or most of the time.
Yeah. I feel that way too, and it's back to its normal format of East versus West, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it when it was every man for itself, basically. Like, you want to be with the players in your conference.
Yeah,
division.
it was a cool twist. I think they could maybe switch it like every other year, but then I don't know how that would work with like money and stuff. But I have Steph Curry. No way he can't be on this list. I do have Luka and Shea starting over him this year.
I have Steph Curry on here too.
I have Steph Curry giving the Warriors 26.7 points per game, 4.8 assists, 4.2 rebounds, 44 from the field, 39.8 from 3, 0.8 steals, 0.4 blocks. I think he's the greatest point guard of all time. He is a lock to be an all-star for me. And he's kind of stayed healthy this year. I mean, he's played 36 games, so... Who do you got? You got Steph too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steph should definitely be an all-star. And then I also I think that Domantas Sabonis should be an all-star. The Kings right now are respectable.
You know, I don't have any Kings players.
Really?
In my all-star.
I have Sabonis giving them 20 points per game, 7.7 assists, 12.7 rebounds. Not sure if he's still leading the league in rebounds. I think he is.
You don't have Fox, do you?
Yeah, I'm going to get into him right after. Rebounds, Gobert is I think right there, but I have Sabonis definitely in the All-Star game. 60% from the field, 39.5 from 3.
Still in rebounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 0.8 steals.
12.2 for Gobert.
That's what I thought, yeah. I thought it was slightly higher. Steals, 0.8. Blocks, 0.5. Sabonis, I think, should get in that All-Star game. Now, it's tough with the Kings having 2 All-Stars, maybe because they're not a top 4-3 team in the conference. But I think these guys deserve it. I can see...
No turning around.
I can see why Sabonis wouldn't be an All-Star over some players that I don't have in this list. So, and then next, De'Aaron Fox. Amazing. I love De'Aaron Fox. He is amazing, and he's averaging 27.7 points per game, 5.8 assists, 4.3 rebounds, 47% from the field, 39 from 3, 1.6 steals. By the way, 39 from 3 for De'Aaron Fox. Great. He's really stepped it up from 3. 0.4 blocks. De'Aaron Fox is incredible. Almost helped the Kings pull off the upset. To me, the upset against the Warriors. I think that would have been considered an upset, but De'Aaron Fox, bright things to come, and I think he's that franchise player in Sacramento. Who do you have?
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. I'll get into my next one because I also have Devin Booker.
Ooh.
Yeah, same pick. I have Devin Booker in there.
Nice pick alike.
Devin Booker is hard to leave off, and I was almost thinking, has he played enough to get in there?
I almost thought to take him off the list.
I was like, oh wait, I don't have Book on here yet.
I almost had Ja in my list.
I mean, he's only played 9 games or 11 games or something like that.
But still, he was projected to actually make the All-Star team.
Was he real? I don't think there's no way. There's no way he would. But 26.3 points per game, 7.7 assists, 4.8 rebounds, 48 from the field, 37 from 3. Almost 38 from 3. Devin Booker is amazing, and I think that with him and KD, right now, I'm high on Devin Booker, extremely high on him, to the point where I think he could be a top 10 player in the league. So
Mhm.
Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, I think, are almost as good as each other right now. I think that both of them are top 10 guys in the league. And I think that that team could win a championship. They got to improve the bench, make a trade, maybe make a signing
Yep.
at the deadline. I'm not sure what.
Trade deadline's coming up soon, right?
Yeah, and I don't know what trade would help them really. I think they got to be active on the buyout market.
Who is it?
Phoenix.
Oh yeah, they need to make a trade
They
with
got
someone.
they
Their
got to be.
bench is too bad. Their bench weighs them down.
I just don't know what trade they would get.
You can have that big three and still win.
They would have to
That
get.
bench that needs to be a little bit better.
They'd have to get an expiring contract or someone on the buyout market. That's what I think. But
Yep.
so we both have D Book. I have Anthony Davis actually back
I also have Anthony Davis
back in the All-Star game. This year, he's been really good. He stayed healthy too.
Yep.
I give him his props. Anthony Davis has been healthy this year. He is been productive too.
I want to do a deep dive into Anthony Davis on how he stayed this healthy this year.
I mean, he's played 37 games. Like, that's really good for Anthony Davis so far. 25.3 points, 3.3 assists, 12 boards, 56% from the field, 34 from 3, 1.2 steals, and 2.5 blocks. Maybe he's in that Defensive Player of the Year category. I don't know why I didn't say him.
You never know.
Gobert, Giannis, Bam, and Anthony Davis, a four-man race right now. I think that AD should be in that conversation too. And the Lakers just, I don't know if they need to make a trade. They actually have assets that they could give up, I feel like, more than Phoenix. But we'll see. Who do you got next?
After Anthony Davis, I have Paul George.
You have Paul George. I have actually Kawhi Leonard.
So I had Kawhi starting.
Right.
You had Kawhi off the bench.
I have Kawhi off the bench. So Kawhi is getting older. Last year wasn't his best year per se, coming back off that injury. But he has been really, really good this year, and he's played a lot too. He's played 34 games. He's been really, really solid this year. He's been like old Kawhi. I mean, 23.9 points per game, 3.5 assists, 6 rebounds, 52% from the field, 43 from 3, 1.7 steals, 0.8 blocks. I totally get making a case for him to be a starter. There's no way I could leave him off the list.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else? And the Clippers, man. I don't know about them in the playoffs, but maybe they're proving me wrong that they could actually. I think they could win a playoff series definitely, but I want to see what happens when they get to the second round if they do. Who else do you got? Is that everyone? I named all mine.
I'm trying right now. Yes, that's everyone.
So you noticed I did leave Paul George off. I could have maybe Paul George in there for Sabonis.
Is that the last one you were planning on doing?
Yeah, and these are this is my injury reserved list. Or if someone gets hurt, I think that Paul George would be a replacement on my ballot at least. Because Paul George, he talked a lot about this year that he's going to be on his game, his A game, and he's played 36 games, and he's been so good. It's so hard to leave him off the list. About 24 almost points per game, 3.7 assists, 5.5 rebounds, 47% from the field, and 42 from 3. That was really a tough one to leave off the list, and also 1.6 steals and 0.4 blocks. It's so hard to leave him off the list, as it is for this next player who's a rising star, and I think definitely will be an all-star one day. Mini Jokic, Alperen Sengun.
Ooh.
Alperen Sengun has been incredible this year. Career year for him. Career year for him. Career year for Alperen Sengun this year. They got a good one in the future, or for the future, I should say. The Rockets have a really good team, and I think Sengun is going to be, I guess I could say, be that franchise player for them down the line. That was long and eventful.
Yep. Said a lot of things.
Yeah, you and Ben. I mean, I tried to keep it, as professional as I could. No, I'm only kidding. Definitely. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, Balls Life 99 on YouTube, make sure to go subscribe. There's Ben Limos' channel. Harry doesn't really have a channel, but
back in the day.
Not really active on it, but shout out to Harry for being on here. Thank you. And
Yep, you betcha.
yeah, thank you for Ben for being on here, who had to leave us unfortunately early. But thank you for being here on us and or being here with us. That's going to conclude this episode of the Ball Up Podcast. Hope everyone has a great day. Leave a comment on YouTube. What do you guys think of these picks? Would you have someone else in there that we didn't name? Would you have someone that I had on my reserve list that maybe should have been in the actual reserves or on the injury list in the reserves? Maybe you switch up the starters in the reserves. Let me know your ballots. Leave a comment down below. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for listening/watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.